Hi, this is Dr. Hale Pringle. I'm going to do a quick launch of a new product on a print-on-demand company called Gearbubble. I recently did a short ebook on using WordSwag, which is an app you can run on your phone to create text designs. And this sample, this wouldn't be a sellable, but it's the example I used. And I've already uploaded these, but I'm going to now upload another set for this video and show you how you create. Now there is an ebook that goes through all of these steps with little arrows that point to each field and describe what they are, but I wanted you to get the quick overview. So I'm going to click on the green launch campaign and then hit the traditional, and I'm going to choose a product. I mean, I could choose any one of these. I'm going to do the mug just because a lot of what we do are mugs. They don't make a lot of profit, but they're a good example, and you will launch. I launch a lot of mugs to use as the upsell products when I create a necklace or a shirt or a hoodie. So the next step takes us to this screen. Basically is where we upload the image. So I'm going to click on upload design, and it asks me to upload the graphic. Now, one of the things I'm working on will be a ebook on a set of standard operating procedures. I'm using a shared folder, shared drive like Dropbox called pCloud. It will give me a lot of space, and I have some virtual assistants who can share that space without having to buy a larger Dropbox account. Typically I end up with 2 folders for each of my niches. For example, here's the I love my family. The one folder is full of the images, and as I collect images from various places to use, I put them in here so that later I can do what I'm doing right now and just scan down them and see if there's something I'd like to use for a design. I do, by the way, as I download them, rename and add the name of the site where I got them. So Pixabay, Pixabay.com, and Pexels, Pexels.com are sites that give you basically public domain images that you may edit, crop, change, do whatever you want to, and put them on items that you sell, which is called commercial. There's an ebook on my website in the resources page of a lot of different places where you can find free or inexpensive images. All right, so we have the images folder, and we also have the products folder, and I call them t-shirts, and then actually there are mugs and necklaces and all kinds of things. So I have one folder for each product, each design, quote, image, whatever it happens to be. For example, the mech cap you may have seen. We'll just click on that as an example and make these large icons. So these are the 2 images, one with white letters, one with black, and I uploaded them to Gearbubble and then later downloaded images of the mock-up hoodie, which I used for advertising. But those are the 2 folders that I use for each of my niches. So now let's go where I really want to be right now, which is print on demand A to Z. And this one I'm not going to be selling a lot out of here. So I have shirts and mugs. And here's the examples for the article. And so here's the black one, which would go nicely on a white mug. And here's the white one, which you can't see. If I double click on it and open one of the image edit viewers, oh, I forgot I'm actually in an upload. So it uploaded it and we can't see it, just barely there. So I'm going to hit the delete. But if you're normally in the file manager and double click on it, you will be able to see the letters faintly in the image editor. So let's go back to that folder and upload the dark one. Now obviously I don't need the circle. I could have just straight text and it would be black text, but this is the one I used for the example. Here I can drag and make it larger. I can move it around. As I've already shown, there's a delete button. And the other one that sometimes you have to do is here. It automatically will snap them to the center when you're making some changes. And if you turn this off, then that if your image isn't quite centered, then you can move it until it is centered for you. I like to leave a little room at the top for the person's lip. Some people say they like the design centered in the handles. But all right, here we can have a second style. If I was doing shirts, there would actually be shirts, hoodies, tank tops, sweatshirts, a whole bunch of these. In the mugs, I can actually also click this little drop down, which doesn't exist in most of the other products. And so we can have the metallic mugs and the color changing mugs. And here I can change the color from white to black. And that's what it would look like if it was just a white text. We don't want to usually do black on black because the blacks won't exactly match. So we'd want a transparent background if we were using just the white text. Then you wouldn't get this faint shadow of a circle. In this case, I am doing the white one. I just wanted to show you that. Again, if we were doing shirts, there would actually be a half a dozen colors here, and you could say I want to launch this with the black shirt, but also available are the blue shirt, the pink shirt, the green shirt. So you could launch 3 or 4 designs here and 3 or 4 colors. You don't want to get too many because it will freeze if you try and overload it and do everything at once. I'm going to go down. I'm going to ignore the price. On the next screen we can edit both prices because we do have 2 products. I will mention these. One of the things that you can do on GearBubble that you can't do on a lot of places is customize. And I just clicked on that and put it out here just to show. This would be something that the customer could put their own name on this. So you could put any kind of design where the customer then just needs to put a word or a family name or whatever they want. The nice thing about customized mugs is that you can charge more of them because they are not something people can walk into Walmart and buy. Delete that. There is also this other version, which is, I can tell it I would like an image, and the customer can upload a picture of their dog, of themselves, of their child, of their home, whatever they want. So again, you've got a customized mug with an image on it that's unique to the person. Here, I'm going to click on this. First, let me show you. This is front and back. You can see the back is empty. If I click on this, it says put the same thing on the back that we have on the front. Then we get the same image front and back, which for mugs we typically want. So we're going to go to the next page. I use a tool called Evernote, and I have Evernote open, and I usually put my text into here because I'm going to use exactly the same title and the same text when I do, because in this case I'm doing a white mug, but I'm also going to do a black mug for the upsell. So rather than typing it twice, I'll put it in here just as so. This is example text for the print on demand. Let's see, what did it say in there? Or print on is A to Z. So that's the, now I'm going to add other keywords to this title because the title is one of the places that gets searched a lot, particularly if you later take this product and push it to Amazon, which there's an integration that you can buy that allows you to take your product, put it on Amazon or Etsy or eBay, and the title becomes really important. So I'm going to do ceramic mug, which is the type, white. I'm going to put gear bubble, since that's what this particular article is about. And I put other things if this was, I should have researched my niche and have keywords that people are going to be searching for to find the kind of mug that I'm creating. That obviously doesn't work too much when I'm just doing an example. And then we like to, in the description, which is this field right here, have a question and an answer. So I'm going to say, did you know you could create print on demand designs using an app on your phone? And I'll go ahead and put word swag also up here, since this was originally part of an article on word swag. So I'll put the question mark. Word swag is a $5 app that allows you to create stunning text designs, thousands of options to choose from. And if it was something I expected people to buy, I'd say buy it now, buy two, buy one for yourself. Those are the, so let me take this, and I'm going to copy the top line into my title. And then I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to bold these. And then copy them into there. And there are two other things that I have in here that, and you can't create colors inside of Gear Bubble. So I have these two lines. One says we 100% satisfaction guarantee, and the other one says we ship worldwide, which are two things that I think people would like to know if they're thinking about buying this particular one of the mugs, not this particular one. It's an example. Categories is the next thing. I would say professions here. Tags, these are keywords. POD, print on demand, words, swag, gear bubble, whatever other words you think people might search for to find the particular design that you're creating. All right, this next one is one you have to do. I have a system, and I'm going to not show the whole thing here, but the first few letters are my niche. So POD would be print on demand, DG would be dog, LF would be love my family. The next letter, several letters, would be the type of product. So M for mug, S for shirt. Then there, a silver circle necklace would be SCN, or gold heart necklace would be GHN. These become real useful later when you're doing Facebook ads, because you can tell Facebook you'd like to create an audience out of everybody who has DGM in the URL, which would mean that these were people who looked at one of my dog mugs. They may not have bought it, but at least they looked at it. So that's my code, and I'm just going to use word swag as the rest of it. As long as this stays green, you're okay. If it turns to red, then it says that it's already been used. It may not have been used by you. It could have been used by somebody else. Here are the two prices. I could change the prices and it'll show you. They call it profit, but this is actually what the company Gear Bubble will give to you after the sale. It's not the profit though, because usually you have to advertise, and so this minus your advertising spend becomes the actual profit. So don't get confused by that. Here's the button text. Buy it now is fine. You must check mark this, which says I agree to the terms of service. And I'm going to click launch the campaign. And at this point, the product is actually, as soon as this bar goes away, is actually launched. You see, Gear Bubble uses a lot of this green bar. Now I have it set up to where I can choose a pixel, and I must choose a pixel here. This is not the default way. It's described in one of my other ebooks. Now this product is actually live. I could go to click on this, and this sales page, which has the title I used, the question, the answer, the 100% satisfaction, the worldwide shipping, the price, the two options, the front and the back images are all here. And if someone clicks on buy it now, it'll come up and say how many would you like to buy. If it was a shirt, it would say what size would you like, extra small, small, medium, large. But for this, so this is what we're looking for now. Up here is the URL, and if you were doing Facebook advertising, that's where you would send people. If you're doing a blog post, this is the URL that you use to send people to buy your product. But we're not actually done yet. So I'm going to click on this and go back to here. There's some settings. Now let me just show you these before I get to settings. The edit button lets me fix a typo in the title, the description. I can add tags, change the prices, change the button. There are things I can't do. I can't remove the 15-ounce version. I can't, in a shirt, add a color or remove a color or even change what the default is that shows, because right now it's defaulting to showing the smaller mug, which is what sells the most. But you can do a lot of edits here. The end button is a little bit confusing. And I will go ahead on this one and end it, because it's the same exact thing as this one, just to show you, because you need to know. When I do this, it says the campaign's ended, but it really hasn't. Well, it has, but it'll restart at midnight. So to really get rid of it, we go to settings, Go to Other, go to General Settings. Right here there's an evergreen, and I have to turn it off and type Update. And we'll get the green bar up. And then I actually have to come back and turn off Auto Relaunch and click turn that one off. Now with both of those off, the campaign is ended and it won't restart. That's one of the few kind of awkward spots inside of GearBubble. But let's go back to the one I just created and finish setting it up. Settings. There's an ebook on my site, print on demand, a2z.com/resources, on setting up Aweber, which is an autoresponder, and connecting it to GearBubble. And I'm not going to go through that right now, but I will click and show you. When I click on this, this second number 2 becomes blue, and that's the Hail Renegade is not the list that I would like to send people to. What's happening is if I sell this, make a sale, the person's email will automatically be added to the list that I choose here. And so if we go down here, we have print on demand, and we'll just say, let me find the right one. Oh, GearBubble and Aweber's good enough. I don't have a big one for this. Now, if someone buys this mug, their email address will get put into this list. Tracking pixel. Most of the training shows you how to use this. So you click on it, click on this little icon, and you would paste Facebook pixel ID here. That's beyond what I'm doing here today, but there are several sources on creating Facebook pixels, and I will be creating one a little bit later. This tracks everybody who looks at one of your pages and allows you to later say, I'd like to advertise to people who've already looked at my page, and they need the pixel in order to do that, the pixel code. This will be unique to my niche. It's to me and my niche. I'm going to go to the next one, which is Upsell, and I'll type the update, and you can see the green bar that says it worked fine. I'm going to go to Upsell, turn the Upsell on. Here's the other, so I'm going to click on it. It says selected. I'm going to turn on the discount. I'd like them to buy it. Since there's no advertising cost for the upsell, we already spent whatever advertising budget to get them to buy the original. I can give them a nice discount because I want them to buy, even if I make just a few dollars. It's dollars I wouldn't have made otherwise. So I'm pushing the update button. The green bar is there where it says it worked. And that's mainly what I have to do. I'm going to show you one other. Here I can create a special URL. For example, I'll do one with 20% off, but I could also change it to where it showed the back, or showed the 15-ounce mug, or if I was doing a shirt, I could be showing the blue one where normally it showed the black one. And once I have these set to where I want, let me go ahead and set it to the back. And you can see the handles to the right. So when I click this, it creates this special URL, and I'm going to go ahead and launch that page. This is something you would want to save because you could use it for whatever you created it for. For example, if you have a group, you might want to send them. And you can see that it says, hey, you've got a discount, and it's put an X through the normal price and give them the discounted price. It has the back showing instead of the front, and all the rest is the same. So that's what that special URL is for. So we'll go back to here. Once we've done that, the settings then the product is completely launched. There is one other thing I want to show you before I leave this. Over here it says add photos. These are advertising photos. So I clicked on that and click on it again and get it to fire. Alright, so there's, if I click on this, we get two options. 1200 by 1200 is a square. I'm going to click on that, and here are some other mock-ups. And note that some of these mock-ups are just wrong for this product. We're doing a white mug, and here I could be doing the metallic mug or the black mug. Don't want to do that. We want to do a white mug. So if I click on that, here is my design, but on a mug full of pencils. And I can right click and save the image and save it back to the same folder that I created for this particular project when we started all of this. So we'll go back to here and do shirts and mugs. Example for article. And here are the two images that we were using to upload and create the black for the black and the white mugs. And I'm going to save this image. And when I clicked on that, it changed. It normally says front PNG. And I will sometimes change that name, particularly if it's a shirt. I'll say, you know, the blue hoodie. But now I can do another one. This one is known to be a pretty good, somebody looking at you and kind of pointing at you is attractive to people. So I can save this image as, and it will come up, go to the same folder. And so we have an add image, and I will save it. So I could do 3 or 4. If I were going to put this product on Amazon, I would do 3 or 4 because Amazon likes lots of images. There is a download button here. You can ignore it. It just sends this picture to another screen. And if you right click and download, which is what you have to do, it's the same exact image. All right, so we have now created a product, and I actually created this one without showing it so that I have something to do the upsell with. And so this one became the upsell for the black, and the black is the upsell for the white. And we have the sales page for each of them. And so we've launched basically 2 products. And in this case, I used WordSwag, which is a $5 app on my smartphone, to create this text and create the design. Hope you enjoyed this. You have a great day. Oh, hail, yes. Bye now.